104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE. Good morning.
Good morning, Houston, Texas.
How you doing?
I don't know how loud that is, but
the mixer, they'll still show the.
Wow, now I hear George.
Sam needs to shut it off. I'm gonna mute Sam.
So
There's nothing wrong with showing up here.
Sam, mute yourself.
there you go.
I muted her.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Hey, it's Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam, but we're all in different locations because it's a snow day in Houston, Texas this Tuesday, January 21st, 2025. Wow, and wow.
Please.
It's gorgeous outside.
It is beautiful out
It
there.
is, but stay off those
it was
roads.
slippery, y'all.
Kevin and I are holding hands, ice skating over to the
We
station.
were.
So let me set it up, and then we'll get your story.
Okay.
So some of the staff spent the night at the hotel next door, and I have a setup here at my house because I did the show from here for so long with my ankle surgery. Eric is set up at his house. We still have our COVID setups. Sam is at her house, and since you guys slept at the station hotel, how far is that? Like a mile? You drove together in one
Not
car?
even.
What'd you do?
Maybe I'd say half a mile.
If that, I mean, it's very close.
It's
we could have
close.
walked, really, but we did drive over. Both of us. I mean, we slippery slide
Together?
Drove over. No.
Together?
No. I got my new truck. I got the 4x4 now.
Ooh,
I would
so
say-
you ready to ride?
The roads are treacherous.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're bad.
it's bad right now. You just absolutely should not be on the roads under any circumstance. We're under a winter storm warning, and that's in effect till 6 p.m.
But what's happening, Ryan, is people see the beautiful snow. They see there's no cars. They think, oh, I'm from the north. I can handle this.
Right.
And then more people do it, then wrecks happen.
I think every
just
one of us.
also-
stay home.
Yeah.
Also, the thing that people aren't thinking about, the ones of you who might be listening right now, like, oh, I grew up in the snow, or I'm from there. I know how to drive in that. Where you grew up, they had protocols for salt and snow plows and whatnot. We don't have that. So that's why they don't want anybody on the road. I don't care if you know how to drive in the snow. The road isn't the road that you know from driving in the snow in your part of the world.
I
Right?
mean, it was very reminiscent of what I used to go through on a seasonal basis back home. It's just, you got to know that at the beginning of the storm, it's usually a little bit slippery before they get all the plows out there. Of course, we can't get the plows out there today because we have no plows.
Well, here's the big difference.
Yeah, we have
Back in the
plows.
day, you would grab a CD case and scrape your windshield. You remember?
Yeah. I think
I
they
didn't have one in the new truck.
Why would you have a CD case? Why wouldn't you just have a window scraper? Like when I lived in Philly, I had an actual window scraper.
I don't know, when it would come upon you like quick, when you weren't expecting it and you didn't happen
Especially
to have
here.
it.
Here we never.
Well, here,
never
I've never had to
expected.
do it.
No.
We did get some snow plows, though, I saw from Dallas and El Paso are here. So, I mean, that's nice of them to come down, but, it's not really going to help. And to the people that are complaining that we don't have that, why would we waste the money on snow plows for this to happen every 20 years? That's just a waste of money.
Well, because you've got to house them, you've got to maintain them.
Where are you going to put the
it's a
snow
cost.
if it was? Yeah, it's just not worth it.
I think the thing that everybody's really concerned about, and we're not going to have this happen again, is power outages. Right now, CenterPoint has 3,000 workers on standby. They say that they are ready for anything.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Well, I mean, we're all still a little traumatized for people that were in Houston during the February freeze. Was that 3 years ago now?
Sounds about right. Yes, right when I
3
moved
years?
into the old house, and that was a travesty. That was one of the roughest times I've ever experienced in Houston. I would have never thought that just a day of cold would have blown up all the pipes everywhere.
Yep.
Blew the power out, the pipes out, everything. Couldn't get anything going. So this is a lot better. Just stay home and have
Roula's
some
power
chili.
Roula's power has been going in and out all night, she said. Like at 2:30 in the morning, she has a generator, but I guess there's a part missing.
Oh,
to
no.
automatically kick it on, so she has to go out there and try and restart it.
After we had the...
I think she's out now, right? I don't see her.
Yeah,
now.
no, she dropped off the feed.
Yeah.
So we'll get her back. I mean, look, we're always here for you. When there's anything going down in Houston, Roula and Ryan Show, KRBE. That's one thing you can count on. We're always going to be here.
Yep. We have, what time is it now?
6:06.
I don't even think like 6:06. At 6:30, Jeff Linder is going to call in, tell us whenever we have him on, people get nervous.
I know. Jeff's a good guy. And, we all love him to death, but when we have to have him on, it's usually for a bad reason.
Yeah, but he knows his weather, and we'll have him on. I know we'll have some local weather people, even Marty Langton from the Houston Fire Department. Mm-hmm. He's head of the union. A lot of people are going to be putting space heaters on. They're cold. It could be dangerous. People out on the road. They're first responders, so they're out there. They don't want to be out there risking their lives. I mean, they will, but, why should they if you can just stay home?
Absolutely. I mean, information is the key. And Eric, behind the scenes, thank you so much for all that you've done. People don't realize, what Eric does. So behind the scenes over the last, because we were off yesterday and just scrambling and getting all these guests booked and making sure that we have all the information at our fingertips that we can give to you. So thank you, Eric. Appreciate that.
No problem. We're a team. That's what we do.
Sue, any word on Roula?
No, I'm going to disconnect her, and she's going to have to log back in because she fell off. So bye, Roula. Click, click. Okay.
In the meantime,
Zoom still works though.
Oh, you can see her?
Wait, no, I don't see.
Oh, I don't see her.
I don't
see
her
you
anymore.
guys. She's the one who paid for it, but I think she's got the free subscription because you only get 40 minutes. So.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to switch to a G video or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I can figure that out. We stopped paying for all that crap.
I'm still
because we
paying
didn't
for
need
a
it.
Zoom subscription,
You
but
are?
I don't even know how to get on it.
Just find your login. Click on the button that says "Forgot login credentials."
Oh yeah, do that. Try that
That's
one.
exactly what I need to do.
Okay,
So
when it goes down.
I can give you some closures right now. I mean, it's just pretty much use common sense. You're not going to go out on the roads. They don't really want anybody out on the roads until Wednesday. They're saying that if, wherever you went to bed last night, you're staying there until Wednesday afternoon.
Oh my!
Because right now the roads are really bad, and they expect even more. So here's what they're expecting. As the morning continues, we're going to see a gradual changeover from sleet to snow in the area, with those people farther south holding on to the sleet a little bit longer. The National Weather Service predicts 3 to 6 inches of snow and sleet. These are going to accumulate south of I-10 with locally higher amounts. Now, north of I-10, those accumulations could look more like in the 1 to 3 inch range, with locally higher amounts. Ice accumulation from freezing rain could measure up to 1/10 of an inch, mainly in our coastal counties. And they're advising people to be prepared to stay put wherever you are until Wednesday afternoon at the earliest, is what they're saying.
And I was at HEB a couple days ago. I know everyone has a lot of food, so there's no reason to get out there. Just stay home and eat.
I did not.
Amen.
I didn't do it. I didn't buy all the food. I'm gonna.
I tried to
be in a situation probably.
I want to wait till Sunday. That way, get the meat. It'll last longer.
Here's the other thing. I'm traumatized by the last time everything shut down and I lost all the food anyway.
Yeah.
I bought all the stuff and nope, no power.
Oh, Eric's right, though. I tried to go to the grocery store last night, and you would have thought that we are going to be cut off from the world for a month based on the cart sizes. I get it, a lot of big families and everything, but, I mean, people are really just grabbing everything off the shelves.
Just a day.
Yeah, and we'll be back, Houston, Texas. Yes, this is inconvenient right now.
You got something in the bottom of your freezer you can thaw out. It's just got a little bit of freezer burn.
Yeah.
That old ribeye from last year you said you're going to eat and never did. Just take
Those
it out.
Omaha steaks I bought and I forgot about.
Yeah.
Omaha steaks just sitting in the bottom. You're right.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
you got to
By the way,
realize.
people can text us because you guys are the eyes and ears of the show. You're out there while we're, in our homes and at the studio.
Yeah, let us
Somebody
know.
right now just said, wow, listening from Michigan. It's -4 there. Ouch. I'm originally from Houston, so I was wondering if you guys were actually getting snow. Yep, we're getting snow. It's not like 5 inches, though. I don't see it here.
Well, I mean,
it's a good dusting.
It's accumulating. I was pleasantly. I was happily surprised because it was so pretty. It's so pretty out there.
Beaumont's getting a lot, too, I saw. It seems like Beaumont's getting really heavy, so just stay home. Listen to us. We'll have information, music, fun. Hopefully we'll get a little fun in there once in a while. And we'll find Roula and Sam.
Yeah.
I see Sam's elbow. Zoom.
Oh, yeah, I see Sam. Hey, nice jammies. You look very warm. We'll keep you posted. Weather today, like I said, we are in a situation where you should not be going anywhere. It's a winter storm warning right now. I mean, I could give you a temperatures, but it's freezing everywhere. It's below freezing.
Cold.
Like right now, it is 26 degrees at KRBE and 6:11 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
From
104.1.
KRBE is back to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Yes, the Roula and Ryan Show is together. We're all over the city right now, staying put. We're under a winter warning. Eric, how are you hanging in there, buddy?
It's snowing. It's so pretty.
Roula's back. Oh, good.
Rilla's back. Yep, I'm reporting from the Greenway Plaza area. And I can see up here, 20 floors high. I can see lots of snow.
Yeah, but can you actually see it? Because I don't think you're getting to enjoy it the way we are. Because when you're up that high, you don't have like the, like for here outside my window, it's like falling so pretty right there onto the landscaping. For you, like over there's a flake over there. There's a flake over there.
Like I can see the top of buildings, and I can see it like that way, and I can see the Galleria area, and I can see 59. So I can see there's a lot of smart people who are listening to the Roula and Ryan Show because they're not driving.
No, you should stay off the roads at all. I mean, there's no reason to be out there, period. I mean, even Metro has shut down.
I said yesterday, if you're bored, go to the boards. Find a board game in your house and just start playing. Whether you need to go next door to your neighbor's house or do something else. Don't be bored and saying, "Oh, I'll go out there." First responders need to respond first to the real emergencies, not the silly ones that are like, "I'm kind of bored. Let me go outside and put my first tire marks on my street," and then you slid into something.
No, they're not a good idea.
I mean, it's tempting. I get it.
But right
it's
now,
just nice. Just sit back and relax and look at the snow.
You can let the kids go out in the backyard. You can make a snowball. I made a snowball. I mean, it's, you got that nice dusting in the backyard. You hear a little crunch.
It's not just the dusting. I have a lot, Ryan. I have a lot. I think my kids could probably get a whole snowman out of it. I mean, it's been snowing since.
Wow.
It started out kind of like a sleet situation around like 9 or 10. And then, I mean, it just started coming down at 2 in the morning. It was coming down really thick, like chunky snowflakes. It's still coming down pretty chunky.
Yeah, they're saying the National Weather Service says that it's going to move from sleet to more snow as the day progresses. So
it's definitely snow now. That's for sure. That's what I'm looking at.
Somebody just texted, with all this snow, I'm tempted to get my Christmas decorations back out.
I mean, it's finally appropriate to say, the weather outside is frightful, but the snow is so delightful because we have no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. This is so exciting. I know all schools are closed. All businesses are closed. People were shopping yesterday, trying to get it together so they could have food and soup and chili and whatever it is, your favorite go-to warm food. I don't know. I just kind of feel like I was like, we have mac and cheese. We're good. Easy mac. Great.
My wife made short ribs last night in the slow cooker. I got meat for pot roast later. I got chili. Oh, man, I'm going to gain like 10 pounds.
Isn't that the case with Houston storms? Like, what are you going to eat? What are you going to eat? My mom always comes to my house when there's any kind of weather alerts. So I took a picture of her yesterday because it was super awesome. Like, just, I don't know, like just having your mom in your house cooking something warm when it's freezing cold outside. I really enjoyed that yesterday. I think
Ahmad said Jeff's on hold right now.
Yeah, we've got Jeff Linder.
Is he? Okay, Jeff Linder is our flood czar. That's what I called him forever ago. When we first, everybody was like, Jeff Linder with Harvey. Everyone knows Jeff. Jeff is a friend of the show. Jeff is the man that we go to when we want to get the real deal of what we should be worried about. What are we doing? Let's welcome Jeff Linder back to the Roula and Ryan Show. Hi, Jeff.
Good morning, gang. How are y'all?
Hey, Jeff, we're hanging in there. So what's the first thing?
Haven't seen you on TV. Hold on a second. I haven't seen you on TV, Jeff, like we used to. Where's the blue button down?
Yeah. Yeah, we've it scares people.
It scares people.
I know. You like traumatized us from the blue button down. Okay,
Jeff, so what's the first thing we need to know?
Well, it is snowing and the roads are not in good shape, and so we need everybody to stay at home. That includes all the folks down south that haven't got the snow yet. It's coming in your direction, and it'll eventually get down Missouri, Galveston, those areas. And it's blowing pretty good out there. I was just out there, and I mean, we're talking 30-mile-an-hour winds here with snow, even getting a little blowing snow. So who would have thunk saying those words in Houston?
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
know, Jeff. And also, everyone's looking around for all the exterior areas of town, not just, of course, Houston Metro. You've got Pearland, you've got Pasadena, you've got Conroe, you've got Galveston. This is a true statement, right? Yesterday, all these meteorologists across the nation were saying for the first time in the history of the Gulf Coast, every street has ice and snow.
Hang on.
Oh, no.
Something's happening with
Sam
Roula.
did something. I think Sam did something. Yep, she sure enough did. All right, I took her off.
Wait, let me say that again. Let me say it again.
Yep.
Jeff, is that a true statement, what I saw yesterday nationally, that every state in the Gulf Coast today is going to have ice and snow on the beaches, like Galveston has ice on the sand?
Yes, ma'am. All the way to Florida, up into the Carolinas, all the way from here
That's
there.
insane.
And you know what really impressive in the last hour or so? We have a blizzard warning now from Beaumont over to Lafayette. And they're expecting 6 to 7 inches of snow with 40-mile-an-hour winds, visibility a quarter of a mile. I mean, again, who puts those words together down here?
That's crazy.
Exactly.
I mean, Jeff, how do you define like blizzard? Like, what does that mean exactly?
How many inches of snow is a blizzard?
Technically down here, it's really the wind and visibility. So usually winds above 30 and visibility less than a quarter of a mile.
And does this is this something we need to worry about as far as like knocking power out?
I think for the most part, the power is going to be fine. I was just outside. This is a fairly dry snow. It's not very wet, so it's going to fall off the trees. We've had very little. I just looked at the trees outside. Very little accumulation on the trees. It's going to shake off in the wind. And so for the most part, the power is going to be fine. We don't have any issues with generation on the ERCOT system. And so, this is really just a travel disruption today, tonight, and into tomorrow.
That's good to know.
Jeff Linder on the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE. We're just getting all the details from him as far as right now what's happening. Eric, go ahead. What was your question?
I was just wondering, Jeff, what's your biggest concern the next 40 hours with people driving? They're going to get a little confident and see, oh, it looks fun. I want to go out there and just drive around. What are you worried about the most?
Yes, that's exactly it. The TxDOT's brought in several plows. I think we have 30 now in our area, and they're working to keep one freeway lane open on all the freeways. So that's the effort at the moment. And you start putting vehicles out there, it gets difficult to plow. So all the people up from the north that know how this works, vehicles and trying to plow becomes very difficult, right? Because they're in the way. So we really need to keep people off the roads and keep these roads open for the plows and also emergency response. And in fact, somebody has a health emergency or a fire or something like that, we've got to be able to get emergency response vehicles into those areas.
Well, Jeff, let me ask you this one. How are we looking, you think, or on your side for the next few days? I mean, I know everybody is planning to kind of plant themselves until tomorrow, but do you feel like the weather has changed in the last few hours where it's not going to melt off as fast as we thought? Maybe by Thursday we won't be able to get back out there? Or how do we know that?
Yeah. I think we're going to have to see where we end up here this morning with how much snow we actually end up on the ground. If it's more the 1 to 2 inch range, we'll probably start melting even tomorrow afternoon. I do have concerns as we get into Wednesday night, Thursday morning that, whatever water's out there is going to freeze into, layers of ice. And so I think we're going to be dealing with this even into Thursday morning. But the question is it widespread or is it just a couple spots, on a couple bridges and overpasses that we can overcome? But right now, certainly tomorrow morning is going to be a big challenge and may even be worse than this morning. We fall down into the mid-upper teens. Everything out there is going to be ice.
Jeff, how prepared were we? I mean, are the roads, do we have the salt, the sand? I mean, are we equipped to handle this right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're as prepared as we could be, for any type of winter precipitation here. TxDOT and Transportation Agency, Hectra, the county, the city has been pre-treating the roads. That solution, it's working out there. It's helping to kind of keep the roads from freezing up and icing over. The problem is as the temperatures fall below about 29, that solution starts to break down and you can get that ice formation. The second thing is obviously we don't have plows here, and so the state has brought in plows from other parts of the state, Amarillo, Lubbock, Midland, to help with this. We have 30 plows in place now, and so, it's even up north when you get snow, you can get some heavy snow. It's hard to keep up with it, so you got to kind of let the precipitation fall and then go deal with it. Otherwise, you're really not making a lot of progress. And so I think, depending on what happens here in the next few hours, we can start getting ahead of it this afternoon on the transportation side of things. But I don't think we're going to see a lot of improvement. Even if a lane is plowed, that doesn't mean all the ice has gone off that lane, right? The snow's been cleared off maybe, but you can still have that layer of ice on that traffic lane. And it's not just the bridges and overpasses. It's everything out there, your surface streets, everything.
Jeff, what is the difference between this snowfall in 2025 and what happened in February of 2021 where we didn't have water and we didn't have power? What's the difference?
Yeah, the biggest difference is we were a lot colder back in 21 across the entire state. And this is what I would call a regional or local kind of weather event. It's really along the I-10 corridor from San Antonio here to Beaumont, down south to the coast. So North Texas, West Texas, they're not really having significant problems. And we're also not seeing the depth or the intensity of the cold. We're not talking single digits across most of the state, which resulted in a lot of the generation freezing up. So the coal plants that generate power, the water sources froze up to those. And so we're not dealing with that. As a matter of fact, the ERCOT supply is around 10 to 15,000 kilowatts. And we don't even get concerned unless it gets below about 5,000. So we're doing very well on the generation side. And, here locally, CenterPoint's not having any issues with what we call distribution. That's the pole and the wires.
That's excellent because I think that was a lot of people's fear because I remember in 21, I had not counted on needing the water. In all these years of hurricanes and fill your bathtubs and whatnot, in 21, I didn't think to fill the tub. And when the pipes froze, you couldn't flush the toilets. It would have been a lot easier to have water in the tub. So I filled mine yesterday, but I wasn't sure if I was going to need them or not because I hadn't really heard that on the news about fill your tubs and, water pipes will freeze, like the metropolitan ones, not just the ones here. Everyone did that, winterize your house and we all did that, but I hadn't heard a lot of that. So that's really a relief to hear, Jeff Linder. That's a relief to hear. If you're just tuning into the Roula and Ryan show, we're talking about Jeff Linder. He's a friend of the show, of course. He is the one we always go to when it comes to disasters in our area and weather alerts and crises. Thanks for all the information, Jeff. We really appreciate it.
How can people follow you, Jeff? What's your socials?
Yeah, you can follow me on Facebook, just Jeff Linder, or on Twitter, Jeff Linder1.
Jeff Linder1.
X1, Twitter, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Who knows anymore?
Well, hang in there, Jeff. Thanks for all the information. If there's anything that we need to know, of course, reach back out and we'll have you back on so we can update everybody to any changes. But for now, I guess we all just sit back, relax, and look at the snow out the window, right?
Absolutely. Y'all have a good day. Get you a cup of coffee and just watch it. Let the kids go playing a little bit here in a little while.
Thanks, Jeff. Really appreciate it.
Take care. Thank you. Bye. That's so nice. It's so nice. That was very much a relief to hear about the pipes, guys. I was really worried about that.
Well, I think everybody is just very gun shy because of the February freeze, like you were mentioning earlier, back in 2021. And, people lost lives. There was power outages for over a week.
Well, every single city, every other house had a busted pipe coming through their water coming through their ceilings, and it was chaos and disaster.
So we can
and
take
craziness.
comfort in the fact that it does not look like it's going to be this. We're just, I think everybody, and rightly so, on high alert. But what Jeff is saying is that we can just, there's nothing you can do about it right now. Just sit back, stay home. Nobody's going to work, and
this person did.
Life will return.
Did you see that one? I'm at work in LaPorte, about to get off in about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm heading to Pasadena. Never driven in ice or snow before. Please advise, do I drive slow?
Yes.
Don't drive at all.
Yes. I would.
Well, the person has to get home from work. They're already at work. So they have to get home from work. And what have I always heard, and they even said it yesterday on the news, if you find yourself in you're in a skid, you're supposed to go in the direction of the skid, right?
Yes.
They always say you don't turn your wheel the other way. You have to kind of let it go into where it's going to go. You have to just fall into it. You can't.
I would say watch out for bridges, overpasses, things that were, obviously they're above. We have a lot of that here.
Mm-hmm.
People are driving.
Take any way to that texter. Take any route you can that doesn't have to do with a freeway or a bridge, if it's possible. Some people don't have that choice, but if that person who texted us is listening and has a choice, try and stay on the main road. Don't go over any bridges or overpasses.
Even public transportation is down. Houston Metro announced that it has suspended all bus services today. Metro HOV and HOT lanes are closed. Metro Lift is providing life-sustaining trips only, and Metro Rail service varies by line. Now, plans could change depending on the weather, but as of now, you can't just go catch a bus.
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to all of our hospital workers because I have friends who are nurses and doctors, especially the nurses. I had asked my friend yesterday who had her shift yesterday. I said, what happens for the next day? She goes, well, we just plan on being there for the next 2 days because, the shift changers can't come in because it'll be dangerous and we're already there. So you kind of just power up to most everybody just in her world, like the people who knew they had the shift like today at 7 a.m. had come in already to just be there because they're going to need the manpower because the ones that worked last night into the 7 a.m. shift change, they're going to need some sleep at some point. So when they go take a nap, the other, it's kind of like just all men on deck and you just kind of tag in, tag out. So, obviously the hospitals still have to keep on keeping on.
Hey, Ryan, was it crowded at your, at the hotel?
No, not at all. Special K and I, I think we're roomies, basically. We're on the same floor.
I'm in
room. I thought you had a bed.
I'm in the junior suite.
Yeah.
And there was not a lot of people running around when I got there. I went to check and see if, any of my coworkers were at the bar. But no, not this time.
You're like, where is everybody?
No, it felt like the hotel in The Shining. It was like there was nobody there.
What about a mini bar?
Very quiet.
Is there a mini bar? Because I worry about a mod.
No, there was not a mini bar, but you could buy some beers from the front desk, which was nice.
Oh, really? There's not an actual hotel bar that you could have gone downstairs?
No, there was Rio Ranch. It has a hallway to Rio Ranch, so you can get over there.
Yeah.
And that
there is a hallway to Rio Ranch?
Yeah.
But wait, were they open
I didn't know that.
Because it's a restaurant.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they're
That's
open
very
and
nice
serving.
Mm-hmm. Looks like y'all can go back over there after the show.
For us to have a steak.
Rio Ranch for lunch, Kev.
How nice. Okay, Houston, if you're just waking up and tuning in, it's the Roula and Ryan Show. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. We are all here with you this morning from different locations, trying to keep you safe, trying to keep you informed. We'll be right back on 104.1 KRBE.
104.1 KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan Show. We are with you right now. This winter storm warning in effect till 6 o'clock tonight.
We're live and spread all around the city.
Yes.
All around the city, reporting from all different parts of town.
We break away now to Roula's house.
Hello, I'm at my house. Eric is at his house. Sam is at her house. And you guys are at the mother house.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, it is one of these days where I feel like if you were just tuning in and you did not hear us have a conversation with Jeff Linder, we'll play that again a little later, but he really made us feel better about what happened in February of 21.
Yep. Oh, Roula's cutting out right now. So, I mean, Jeff really kind of assuaged our fears that we are not looking at the power outages that we had during that terrible February freeze back in 2021. The conditions are not the same, and it looks like, by the way, they have said that Centerpoint has over 3,000 people standing by right now. So they are really trying to avoid anything like that happening again.
I that audio of that plumber.
I do. I do.
You're talking about dripping or not dripping on your faucet.
Oh yeah,
I do have that. Yeah,
to drip or not to drip.
And I'm going to bring you up, Eric. You're a little bit low, buddy. Okay, so here's a plumber mentioning what the deal is with that. Here we go.
There's a lot of information out there from various different municipalities all over the country. Certainly some of the philosophy is that as you let the water continue to flow, it can help pipes not freeze. So the strain on the pressure that the system can deliver is significant. And if everyone starts dripping their faucet at the same time, and unfortunately sometimes it's not just a drip, sometimes that drip is a stream, which is much more significant. There's just only a finite amount of pressure available. So we ask people not to drip. Take the precautions that you can. Wrap your pipes on the exterior. Make sure that you open underneath your cabinet so that there can be some warm air that gets in there. Generally, we don't expect there to be major catastrophes if you take as much precaution as you can. But part of that's also understanding what's going on in your own home. Make sure you know where your shutoff valve is. If for some reason your home doesn't have one and you can't get to it and you need to shut it off at the water main, call us. We'll help you to take care of that part of it. But dripping it just puts an extra strain on the city's water supply, and it's a strain that we don't want to put ourselves in a greater risk as a city to potentially have a boil water notice if for some reason we can't maintain adequate pressure to treat it.
That's good to know. I had no idea. In the past, I've always done the little drip, but if everybody's doing that, it's going to mess up the pressure. And we don't want a boil water notice. Oof.
No, and you know what? If you have old pipes, might as well just shut it off and drain everything out of the system. That's usually what I have to do, unfortunately, because, like they said, don't drip it. But if I leave the pipes pressurized in the galvanized pipes, then there's a good chance that they're going to burst. Maybe not with the 28 degree, but coming into tomorrow where it's going to get way, way low, then you're looking at more.
Tomorrow?
It's going to get even more.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
To give you an answer, we talked to Jeff Linder and I texted him after. I said,
Yes.
hey, one more question. If you are worried about your pipes and you turned off your water.
I turned my water off last night around 8 p.m. So I don't have any water right now. I was waiting until the temperature got above freezing.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
what we're
well,
told?
I said when should they turn it back on? He said tonight
Yes.
will be the concern with temperatures falling into the upper 10s. So if you shut your water off this evening, leave it off until mid-morning Wednesday. And I said, well, what if it's already off? And he was like, yeah, well, it'll be fine today. Tonight and into tomorrow morning is the concern. So
Okay, so my question is, so I was looking at the temperatures, like my weather app, and it says after 12 is supposed to be above technically freezing. Can I turn my water back on and enjoy it, and then before I go to bed, turn it off again?
Yes, you can do that. Yeah, but
When
just
tonight into tomorrow
know,
morning is a concern.
just know there's a good chance there might be a chunk of ice in your pipes preventing the flow from happening. So just because you turn it on doesn't mean it's going to flow.
It's like a blocked artery.
It could be. It's exactly like
lovely.
that. Yes.
Yeah, because I have all my
unfortunately.
faucets open right now, so I'll have to make sure I close all of those, and then I'll go back out to the street.
Well,
and
no,
turn
you know
it
what?
back on.
Leave them open. Leave them open at first, so any kind of chunks or whatever can blast through, and there's no overt pressure there. And then go inside and start shutting things off, and you should be okay.
Thank you, Kev. I was
Yeah.
going
I guess
that's what
to my
happens when
dad,
you-
but I guess I don't need to.
I guess that's what happens when you buy a house that's like 100 years old.
Yes,
Yeah.
My house is from
adulting.
My house is from 1910, y'all. 1910.
Wow.
Like I can
115.
feel the AC, like the air underneath my feet right now. I have socks on and Uggs on. Why did I buy this house? I don't know.
Us too,
but-
because pier and beam, you get the wind underneath the house.
Oh man, I wonder how many cats are living under my house right now.
So when's that for sale sign going in the yard, Sam? Because the last time, for those
Making
that
it
don't
sound
know,
so enticing.
yeah, for those that don't know, Sam on a whim told her husband when she was pregnant with Santiago, hey, put a contract on this house, we're going to move. Now she's pregnant with baby number 2, so it'd be like, clear form for you to stick up for sale sign in this house too and go get somewhere else.
It would make total sense that we would move while I was pregnant during this house.
Hey, Sam,
that's the best time to move.
Count your blessings right now that this isn't your due date. For people, maybe somebody just came
the
back to
women that
town. They didn't realize that you're pregnant again. But
Yes,
think about
sorry,
that.
guys.
All the women that are expecting a baby. And by the way, right now, Houston Medical Center, one of the biggest medical centers in the world, MD Anderson was the first major hospital to announce that they are closed right now. Memorial Hermann Health Systems closed. UT Health have also canceled elective surgeries and appointments for today and tomorrow. Texas
So you got to wait for
Children's...
that BBL until next week, y'all.
Yeah. Texas Children's Hospital announced that it would cancel all outpatient appointments on Tuesday and Wednesday due to this weather. So
I have 3 family friends, 3, 1, 2, 3, who've had babies from December 29 until last a couple days ago. So our most recent family friend who gave birth over the weekend, my mom was like, when is she going to go home? Is she going to get home before the snow? She got to go home yesterday. So,
good.
And her due date, I think what's today? Today is the 21st. I believe the due date was like 2 days from now. So baby came a couple days early as a favor because, I think the last time we had this freeze, guys, wasn't this like there was somebody on the overpass, like I-10, 610 area who was like in labor. Do y'all remember that? Last time we were on the air, there was a woman about giving birth in her car.
Oh my
I think
God.
Firefighter Ross was telling us about that.
It'd be stressful.
Because we were trying to get to the
That would be
hospital.
so stressful, but what a fun memory.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I would not want
that's
that.
fun. Yeah, I think Firefighter Ross needs to text us to refresh my memory on that. But I definitely remember there was an overpass.
And that becomes a story that you're going to bore your child with for the rest of their life. You came into this world in the middle of a blizzard.
Actually, we could
yeah.
ask Marty. We could ask Marty coming up next, the president of the
Marty
Houston
Langton, the
Professional
president of the
Firefighters Association. I talked to him
Correct.
last night because a lot of people are putting those space heaters on.
Oh, that's
I gotta
dangerous.
be careful.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like I said. You guys said it's gonna be bad tonight and tomorrow. So talk to him about safety, especially the first responders. Jeff Linder talked about that, how stay off the road so they can get to babies being born and accidents. So we can talk to Marty in a few minutes.
Yeah, this morning is all about information, trying to get you access to what you need to know. So we'll talk to Marty Langton from the Houston Fire Department.
And we're keeping score on how many times one of us has a tech fail. So far, Sam's for 3, I'm for 2, Eric's for 1. Visually.
You better hope we don't have one here.
I know. Thank you, Ryan and Kevin.
Yeah. We'll be right back on the Roula and Ryan Show.